So without looking at the final dissemination of the placement of the 7th lord in the D9 chart, we will not be able to accurately manifest what the zodiac is throwing up for us in terms of probabilities that we should be able to get out of the finest elements of our marriage as well as many other elements in our life. So let's jump in and understand how the 7th lord of the D1 chart, while placed in the different signs in the D9 chart, in the different Navamsa placements, got different possibilities, different probabilities and different results for us. Now when the 7th lord of the D1 chart goes into the Aries sign in the D9 chart, the Aries sign is all about goal-getting, the high energy, the dynamism and goal orientation. So here the couple, the partners, they should be looking at goals together in a unidirectional manner. There should not be any differences in how they should be able to see goals, because that is what the zodiac is manifesting for the couple. That together work out your goals, together work out what trajectory your life will take, together work out in which direction you will move. And so here it's very important for the couple to be able to look at the deepest manifestations of the goals that they have, why they have certain goals. They should work out common goals between them, and they should also work out how they will be able to achieve it. And they should have a lot of fighting spirit, killer instinct to be able to go get it. It doesn't mean you have to kill somebody, but by killer instinct it means that you need to be very assertive. You need to be able to put in a lot of energy in trying to get those goals. And so this becomes the unifying factor. This becomes the foundational energy which keeps the couple together, which keeps the couple in the same direction, the same trajectory. So if the couple is able to work together, work out common goals, being able to fight together, right, rather than fight with each other, then the zodiac throws up greater probabilities of very good results from the placement of the 7th house block, the Aries sign. However, if the couple are looking at goals differently, each of them have not only the common goals, but their own goals in their mind, or their goals are not together on a similar plane, on a similar trajectory, then obviously it means that the zodiac will not support the couple in getting the goals. Secondly, because there is a lot of fighting spirit, many times these tendencies of not being able to get goals, materialistic goals, may also bring in the dynamism in the marriage, which could also mean the couple ends up fighting with each other rather than fighting together against some outside force or against the hurdles to their goals. So here it's important that the couple together work out the differences, work out the challenges, work out and iron out any roadblock that they see, work out common goals between them, and then try to get the results of the goals and the manifestation of the goals. Secondly, this is also a very problem solving and activity. This is very problem solving energy of Aries. So if there will be challenges on the way, there will be issues on the way, but together, if they keep together, then they will be able to achieve very good results. Anything that they feel they have an objective in mind, work materialistic, and at a more social level, they will be able to achieve. Now you need to also see where the 7th house lord is placed in which sign in the D1 chart, in the Lagna chart. So if, for example, if the 7th lord is placed in the Libra sign in the D1 chart, it means that the person, that the couple together, or each person will be able to bring or manifest the energies of the Aries sign placement in the D9 chart only when they work out on the relationship. They work out on the cohesiveness on the relationship with your Libra sign represent, which the partnership represents, and trying to bring about a balance in the relationship. Now when the 7th lord of the D1 chart is placed in the Taurus sign in the D9 chart, this means that the unifying factor, the factor which will bring the couple together, well, the factor which will bring good results to the couple, which will bring great material results to the couple, because Taurus is more about material goals also. However, this could also mean that the basement or the foundation of the union between the two could become too much materialistic, or one person is looking at where am I getting out of the person, of the other person, out of my partner, and the money becomes the unifying factor rather than the values and the principles that the Taurus energy represents. So what the couple has to do, or each person, especially the person who has the 7th lord of the D9 chart in the Taurus sign in the D9 chart has to do that the person has to look beyond materialistic results. Otherwise, what happens if you are looking at it from the prism of money, that how much money did I give the person? Did I get any materialistic results from the other person? And how much help did I give to the other person? How much help did the other person give? Am I getting intimacy, love, affection, the more conjugal type from the other person or not? Am I happy and satisfied at the conjugal level, at the materialistic level? And is the person equal to me in my status? Is the person equal to me in my age? Number of things at a material level, if you're looking at it, then you are missing out on the principles and values which the Taurus energy represents. So, the zodiac has given you the probability that the biggest material success will come to you when the couple on both the partners are looking at the life together with the same vision, with the same principles and values, the family orientation. And only when you look at the softer aspects of love, affection, compatibility, and not looking at too much at a materialistic aspect. You may need to bring in a practicality. You may also need to look at the logic, but the logic should be based on our principles and values. Same, can we look at life together? Is there more companionship? Is there more commitment? Is there more effort in the relationship? Rather than look at more practical entities, looking at materialism such as money, looking at status, looking at your social status, looking at what designation you have, how much money you have won, which country you live. All these things if you bring into the equation, then the relationship is south. When the zodiac doesn't allow you to manifest the relationship, or the relationship doesn't survive based only on the foundation of money or materialistic results. On the other hand, if the couple bring together or bring the energy of love, harmony, commitment, values and principles on a common theme, well, the zodiac also gives you a lot of money, gives you a lot of materialistic results also. So you need to be able to look at the placement in the Taurus sign as a very, very materialistic results that the zodiac will give you, but you should not bring the materialistic results as a common factor, but the values, the principle, the family orientation and nourishing each other which the Taurus sign represents. Now look at which sign is the D1 7th lord placed in this sign in the D1 chart. So if say for example it is placed in the Sagittarius sign, then manifest the meaning of value of the Taurus sign in the D9 and placed in the D1 chart. Accordingly, yeah, there may be a lot of learning, there may be a lot of experiential learning, there may be also a lot of common values that you bring together in terms of what is learning, in terms of how we're looking at the higher manifestation of what life wants to do at you, in terms of the risk, the fun element that the marriage brings in, but also what the zodiac wants you to learn in terms of coming together as an energy. If the 7th lord gets placed in the Gemini sign in the D9 chart, so here the bedrock of the relationship, the foundational energy of the relationship is communication. And not only common communication of being on the same key of being able to communicate with each other regularly and being able to talk the same language. So when I'm talking about the same language, I'm not talking about one speaking Russian, other speaking Portuguese, another speaking Hindi. I'm not talking about that. The same language in terms of words, the same language in terms of what are their values, what are the future trajectory they're looking at, what is the requirement that they're looking at as a couple, together what they want to achieve, together when they want to end up. So only when they're talking the same language, then only they will be able to bring the relationship very strong. The foundational energy of the relationship will be strong communication and not a breakdown of communication. Secondly, Gemini also means a coming together for twin energy. So this should be a balance between two people which is in complete harmony, which is in complete synchronicity. Then the zodiac also gives you very good results. However, Gemini also represents third house energies, which means a lot of hard work will have to be done by each of the couple. Only then the relationship will be very, very strong. So initially the relationship may go through some ups and downs, some misunderstanding, some doubts which the Gemini energy also brings in. However, once you are very, very sure of each other, once you are absolutely tied to each other, you remove any misconceptions, misunderstanding, any doubts about each other, communicate, keep the bond strong, and you get very, very good results. At the same time, one also has to look at that while there is communication, which is at the foundation bedrock of the relationship which is going to tie things together, and second is hard work. It also means that when you are communicating with the outside world, you should come together, or you should see it to be as one entity, and you should not be seen as people who are speaking in different ways and different means, or you're looking at life differently. Secondly, you need to be grateful, wanting to be the picture, grateful for each other's company rather than taking it. If you're able to bring that energy, then the zodiac over a period of time rewards you. And this has a lot of artistic denotation also. One of the couple members can also be somebody very artistic, very gifted also. And because of looking at the same direction, one of you can also manifest that artistic energy in what lucrative way as well. Now look at which sign the D1 7 Lord is placed in your D1 chart. Suppose it is placed in the Capricorn sign, then it also means a lot of strength, of commitment, loyalty, and organized look at life should also be coming in while you're looking at communication. Also as a binding factor with the D1 7th Lord is getting into the Gemini sign in the D9 chart. Now when the 7th Lord of the D1 chart gets into the Cancer sign in the D9 chart, so here the zodiac gives you the opportunity of bringing in all love, affection, care, empathy, understanding, supporting each other, and also nourishing each other. However, this also means that both of the partners should be looking at each other as both of them supporting each other in such a manner that you are looking beyond the materialistic result that you will be able to get. This is the ability which the zodiac says that if you are able to shower love, affection, care, understanding, empathy toward each other, then the materialistic results, the assets with the 4th house natural energies of Cancer brings it also over a period of time. But because of Cancer energies, it also means there is a lot of emotionality which is come into the relationship. And sometimes the emotional factor may become a strong binding factor. However, if there is poor emotionality and if both the couple are not able to support each other emotionally also, then there may be challenge in the relationship. And so the couple should look at harmony, peace, tranquility, supporting each other, nourishing each other. To some extent, even bringing in a motherly factor, the paternalistic factor. Sometimes it may also happen that the challenges also come in the relationship because one couple may look at other partner as a father figure. For example, the girl in the relationship may look at her boyfriend or her spouse as somebody who can mirror the image of her father, or she looks at her father in the boyfriend or the husband, which could become a challenge for the husband. On the other hand, the husband or the boyfriend could look at the spouse and compare her with his mother, the motherly affection that he wants, or the caring and the nourishing expression that he wants. So, they need to be careful of not being over depending on each other from a paternalistic or maternalistic approach, but they look at how they can support each other and with a more tranquility, more peace, more caring environment with each other rather than anything else. If you are able to do that, then the zodiac will increase the manifestation, the strongest manifestation, the foundational energies will be love, care and affection rather than anything else. Now look at which sign is the D1 7th Lord placed in the D1 chart. If it's placed in, say for example, the Scorpio sign, which means the initial light may go to send out. There may be a transformation also which light will throughout the couple before giving you the results of love, care and affection because of the 7th Lord placed in the Cancer sign in the D9 chart. Now when the 7th Lord of the D1 chart gets into the Leo sign in the D9 chart, so here the zodiac gives you the high probability of success coming in the relationship, and the foundational energies may be that of the Leo sign. So here the zodiac expects the couple to stand by each other, accountable for each other, be responsible for each other, and to be able to take leadership for each other. And rather than looking at the other to take leadership, whenever the situation arises, whenever the challenge arises, one of the couple should step forward and want to take leadership. In fact, both of them should fight for leadership and rather than wanting to dump the responsibility on the other. If you are able to do that and both of them are looking at going forward, both of them taking leadership in the union, both of them taking responsibility of the results rather than holding each other accountable but holding self-accountable. So if anything goes right, give the credit to somebody else or the other person I mean. But if things are not going right, then you take the accountability, you take the responsibility. When the couple behaves in this manner, you are ready to share credit, give credit, but you are ready to own the responsibility, own the accountability, then the zodiac gives you better success going forward. And so here, both the couple, they both get a lot of authority, they get a lot of power, they get a lot of influence, they get a lot of success. They also get a lot of ability to shine as a couple and as individuals also in their work arena, in their career also. In the long run, if they're able to take accountability and responsibility for each other and for their own self, for the manifestation in the right different results, with the Navamsa also goes up. Here, on the other hand, one needs to be careful not to be too autocratic or trying to rule each other or trying to rule different results of life or trying to be somebody who will allow self-pride, to allow pride or so-called self-respect to destroy the relationship, destroy the deeper manifestation of the seventh rod going into the Leo sign in the D9 chart, which will spoil the relationship also, which will spoil the foundation of the relationship. But as long as you're able to take responsibility for each other, accountability for each other, stand by each other, and rather than be autocratic for each other, then has no way will give you much better results long into the relationship and give you a very stable relationship also based on mutual trust, mutual respect. Now, when the seventh lord of the D1 chart gets into the Virgo sign in the D9 chart, yeah, this is a lot of karmic manifestation. Virgo sign also means survey. The Virgo sign also means that. The Virgo sign in the natural calculatively also means that there is a Bhrigu Bhava effect also, which means the person or the couple needs to serve each other, especially the person whose seventh lord is in the Virgo sign in the D9 chart, which means you are also in some sort of a way carrying a karmic debt to your husband or to your spouse or to your wife, whoever has it. And based on that, you should be able to serve first, then to be served. Rather than looking at, okay, I will see what the person does for me, then I will reciprocate. If I'm not getting enough, I will not give back. However, the challenge with this relationship can be that sometimes you may end up doing too much for the partner and without looking at what is required for yourself. So yeah, it means while you're doing for the partner, you need to also serve yourself. So this is not, I serve the person now and let me wait to see what is reciprocated. This is not that relationship. You have a certain next to the partner. This means that you don't have to be able to do more for the partner, but you take care of yourself also. Otherwise, because Virgo sign energy also represents the sixth house energy, then you may spoil the relationship by allowing outside competition to enter the relationship. Which means, it doesn't mean that fidelity or challenge from outside. That is not the deeper manifestation of this. This means you will allow the sickness of the relationship or the relationship to become sick because of allowing outside issues, problems, hurdles, obstacles to spoil the relationship. So, if your goals are not being met, obviously, and you think you have served the spouse or not, what will you look at? You will think that, okay, I am not getting what I want out of the relationship, the partner is not serving me, because of which I am not doing very well in my career, I am not able to do very well in my work. So, yeah, it depends on, so where it means you not only take care of the partner or serve the partner, but you also take care of yourself. The other thing, it also means that without, together as a couple, looking at outside competition as a hurdle and trying to overcome the hurdles together, you will not be able to achieve success. If when you leave the other person to do things on their own or to overcome the hurdles on their own, without being able to support each other, without being able to stand by each other, without being able to motivate each other, success, long-term success in both the careers, in both the works, will not complete as a couple. Now look at which sign it is going in. The D1 seventh lord is going in the D1 chart. If it's going in the Pisces sign, then be able to relate the placement in the Virgo sign in the D9 chart with the placement in the Pisces sign, which means we need to also look at life with a lot of optimism and a lot of hard work, a lot of giving energy before you get the ultimate results of the seventh lord placement in the Virgo sign in the D9 chart. Now, when the seventh lord of the D1 chart goes into the Libra sign, the D9 chart, what does it mean? Libra sign energy represents balance. It also represents a lot of love, affection, commitment, loyalty, and also looking at each other as equal partners. However, this is also a meaning. However, this is also question where the zodiac says that unless you are somebody who is able to balance in the relationship, you are able to be more given, you are be able to show more caring, you are able to show the partnership, the teamwork in the relationship, the best results will not come to you. So this is an energy where the zodiac is giving you the capability of getting very good results as a team, as one common team, as an entity coming together, as a couple together representing one unit rather than separating it. Only then that the higher manifestation, the love, affection, the commitment, the loyalty, the stability of the Libra sign comes in, and you're also able to keep a balance between the relationship on one hand and what you're expecting from the outside world. If you are able to do that, then the zodiac will throw up good results for you, materialistic results for you in the long run. Here, however, the person has to be more diplomatic, has to be more tactful, has to be a little more judicious, rather than trying to be too expecting in the relationship, because many times with 7th Lord going into the Libra sign, it is you has to be able to balance in the relationship without expecting the balance from the other partner. If you are able to do it, and if you are able to manifest it together as a couple, then very good results will come to you. Now see in which sign is the D1 chart placed in the D1 chart. If the 7th Lord of the D1 chart is placed in the Cancer sign, for example, then a lot of love, affection, empathy and understanding will be able to create the balance in the Libra sign. So be able to connect wherever your 7th Lord is placed in the D1 chart with sign, with its placement in the Libra sign, the D9 chart. When the 7th Lord of the D1 chart is placed in the Scorpio sign in the D9 chart, what does it mean? It means that without going through a transformative approach in your relationship, you may not be able to manifest the best results from the relationship. This is a deep embedded energy which will keep the relationship together, and this means that the couple should not shy away, especially the person who has 7th Lord in the Scorpio sign should not shy away from obstacles, initial issues, initial hurdles in the relationship, because many times the initial hurdles, initial challenges, the initial obstacles may be throwing a spanner in your objective to be with your partner. So many times what happens is this person may go through many ups and downs in the relationship, sometimes 2 or 3 failed relationship also before the final stable relationship comes about. But this is also a place where the person has to understand the larger objective of the relationship rather than looking at it at a materialistic level or at the base level, rather than looking at a holistic level. Only when the couple, especially this person, is able to look at the relationship with the prism that I need to change my mindset. Sometimes I can't be who I am and expect the other person to accept me as I am. Now what happens, what this also means is sometimes you may be giving a lot, you may be doing a lot, sometimes you may be overcoming a lot of hurdles, obstacles by own, without expecting those results which you want from the partner. So it means you need to be able to go through a transformation in your mindset. Sometimes your deepest desires remain with it because it is the Scorpio energies, deep embedded energies, which means you need to sometimes keep some of the desires hidden because you feel as it makes sense. Even when I tell the partner, everything may not come by. So there may be certain results which will be given to you as a couple, but some results may not come to you. So those may be hidden or those may be embedded, and sometimes they are not never given an opportunity to be even expressed. So this is an energy where overcoming obstacles, challenges, issues in your relationship over a period of time. After overcoming all those challenges as a couple, then the biggest fruits, sudden fruits, mysterious, mystical fruits will also be given to you by the zodiac without even expecting. So after initially going through all the obstacles and challenges, let the zodiac will slowly open up the treasures which it wants to give you one by one. By both the partners will be able to get more success, will also be able to get better fruits of their labor, better fruits also as a couple. Now see in which sign does the 7th Lord go in the or is placed in the D1 chart. Say for example it is placed in the Leo sign, which means without taking responsibility and accountability for the results in your life, you will not be able to overcome the transformations of this Scorpio sign. Now the 7th Lord in the D1 chart is placed in the Sagittarius sign in the D9 chart, in the Navamsa chart. This means that initial life you will have to take some risks, or you may have taken the risk with the partner also, and only over a period of time you realize what the risk has been. So many times with this placement, sometimes people jump into a relationship without thinking, because you also have this risk taking tendency. So you jump into a relationship knowing that every relationship is a risk. So what? I will try to make it work. However, at the same time, there is a lot of fun, enthusiasm, also adventure, a spirit of adventure also in the relationship. So you feel this person is so much fun, this person is so good looking, everything is hunky-dory, and I think life will be very good with this person. Life will be adventure. I'm ready for that adventure. And so you jump into the adventure. But the challenge comes when you have to learn from the experiential situational challenges that the zodiac throws up at you from time to time. Because it is the Sagittarius energies. The zodiac wants you to learn what it means to be a couple, what it means to, as a couple, what some challenges were commissioned, and learn what is the deeper manifestation of life itself. Not about you alone as a couple. It is not only about your wishes and desires, but without learning the higher manifestation of life, obstacles, issues, the challenges, and willing to learn the lessons, only then as a couple you get the success. With that, the expansive success, only when there is expansive learning from the situation that we face. So here one has to be very broad-minded, one has to be very enthusiastic, one has to be also very broad-minded to other person's feelings, other person's beliefs, other person's faith, other person's expression also to be able to manifest good results. So without being open-minded, without being expansive, without being large-hearted, you will not be able to get the best results. However, if you are and you are able to face together as a couple the challenges, the issues, the problems that the zodiac is throwing at you, then the Sagittarius sign energies, the 9th house energies, the Sagittarius sign also represent, those gains will also come at you. They'll also come to you over a period of time. Once you have learned the lesson, the Sagittarius sign wants to teach you, wants you to learn as a couple. Now see in which sign it is placed. The D9 chart, 7th lord is placed in the D9 chart. So if it's placed in the Libra sign, it means only when you are able to balance, that you are able to keep the balance while learning the lessons of life, while understanding the deeper manifestations of the life, only then results will come to you over a period of time. When the D1 7th lord is placed in the Capricorn sign in the D9 chart, in the Navamsa chart. So here, the zodiac gives you the ability to be able to be very organized, very structured, very disciplined in a relationship, and somebody who will go with the conventions, who will also break the boundaries or the rules and regulations which the society expects you as a couple, especially for the person whose 7th lord is placed in the Capricorn sign. So here, the zodiac tells you if you are able to work and behave within the boundaries that zodiac is giving to you, society gives to you as a couple and as an individual in the relationship, then the results will come to you. However, you have to work hard. You have to be very disciplined in the relationship. Results will not come to you easy. Only when you are giving as a team member, not as a boss, but somebody who is ready to become a servant. Serve in the relationship, be loyal in the relationship, be very committed in the relationship, then the results will come to you. Because the Capricorn sign energy also represents the karma that you have to give up. So without living the karma of being more organized, being more disciplined, being more giving, being more serving in the relationship, the higher manifestation, the better results. Especially with Capricorn sign also being an Artha sign. Because the 10th house is the Artha Bhava, Capricorn sign has the natural 10th house energies. The financial gains will not come to you. You shall not discipline, organize, structured in your relationship. At the same time, it means along with a lot of loyalty, you also need to be very ambitious by being ready to bend the back in the relationship to be able to get the best results. So when the 7th lord is in the Capricorn sign, it means you need to be able to see yourself as a team member in the team rather than as a boss. You need to look at the partnership, but as somebody who's serving more in the partnership, through your discipline effort, through your loyalty, through your commitment, then the results, the stable results will come to you. Sometimes with these placements, someone can become a little unforgiving. You may also be a little more harsh with your partner, or somebody who is very inflexible also with the partner. So only when you are more giving, you are more forgiving, you are more flexible with the partner while being disciplined, while being committed, while being more serving, being a team member, then the zodiac will throw up the good results for you over a period of time. And this has a very strong manifestation for a career also. In some way, the spouse or the boyfriend or girlfriend can also be connected to you in some way, connected to your work, in some way work connected to its profession also. And so many times, his success, your success in your job, in your career may also come through what strong foundation energies is your relationship based on. If the relationship is going south, many times you will realize that your career or your work is also not on. Now see in which sign is the 7th lord of the D1 chart placed in the D1 chart, in the sign it is placed. If it's placed in the Scorpio sign, which means only after going through ups and downs, obstacles, the challenges, issues, and being more transformation in your outlook, then only through the hard work, commitment, and discipline effort, with the results, the 7th lord in the D9 chart in the Capricorn sign will come out. when the 7th lord of the D1 chart is placed in the Aquarius sign in the D9 chart. So what does this mean? It means that there will also be a lot of social considerations in the relationship. On one side, both of people could be more social, more outgoing, or at least one partner could be a more outgoing person than the other. And this also means that many times you may also be looking at the social acceptance of the relationship. Sometimes rather than entire society accepting you as a couple, you may depend on those 2 or 3 friends to validate who you are with, to validate whether you are a good relationship or not. If too many people, especially those 2 or 3 close friends, won't give you the signal that this person seems to be good, or what are you doing with this person, you are not very comfortable with yourself. On the other hand, if you are more of an introvert person, then you will also be looking at some unified goal to which you are moving together. If you are not able to see the unified larger goal, a more philosophical approach that you have towards life, you will not be feeling contented in the relationship. By this, it means that if you are looking at, even if you are not getting much money, for example, but if you love and care for each other, if you have this feeling of being together or togetherness, then we don't mind, or I don't mind, not being able to get the biggest manifestation or the materialistic manifestation. On the other hand, if I'm not able to get my wishes and desires fulfilled, whatever my wishes and desires could be materialistic, could be social, it could be societal, it could be something that philosophical level that I look at the relationship as only when I know that my wishes and desires or some important wishes and desires are coming true, then only the relationship will need something to do. Usually this person is not looking at wishes and desires only for self. The person is looking at the wishes and desires for the team, for the couple as a team. But if they are seeing that the other person, the spouse, is not looking at the goals together, not looking at common wishes and desires getting fulfilled, then they feel cheated, they feel rejected also. And then that doubts start to get created in their mind that whether am I with the right person. So sometimes initial life could be full of frustration and anxiety only, and your wishes and desires do get fulfilled, but only after having struggled over a period of time manifesting. The challenging side of Aquarius, where you have to let go of your temperament, you have to let go of your high aggression, you have to let go of high expectations, highly idealistic approach, but you have to look at the relationship more worldly, you have to look at the world logically. When only the wishes and desires come true, then only the higher manifestation, the higher goals, and the wishes and desires coming true also come true. Sometimes the partners could also be connected to a social thread. You could also start up as friend and end up in a relationship with this place. Now see where the 7th lord of the D1 chart is placed in sign in the D1 chart is. For example, it is placed in Taurus, then without looking at principles and values, without looking at the family, the larger manifestation of the glorious energies, because the 7th lord is placed in that, will not come over. If the 7th lord of the D1 chart gets placed in the Pisces sign in the D9 chart, this is a very strong denotation that the person can sometimes become too optimistic, too idealistic, too giving in the relationship also. So sometimes you may make all these castles in the air thinking that, oh, fine with this person, my life will be great, my life will be so happy, I will be so peaceful, it will be so much fun, it could be full of love, I don't want anything else in life if I just have this person. We may start off on that key. However, later on when you see that the various troubles of life will level at the relationship, all this idealistic, all this optimism will go by the wayside. And then slowly it start picking both in the relationship, in the foundation of the relationship. So this is a challenge given to by the zodiac that don't be too idealistic, don't be too optimistic in the relationship. Be more optimistic for yourself, but don't be too idealistic what the ideal marriage should be, what an ideal partner should be. Try and be more optimistic in your approach to the relationship. Even when there are challenges, even when there are ups and downs, do be optimistic in the relationship because you are expected to be more optimistic and also be more giving, also be more charitable, because this is what the zodiac expects you. Because if you are doing that, then the high spiritual manifestation will also come. The zodiac will also reward you at a more spiritual level also, rather than only at a materialistic level. This is also placement where as a couple, you should not be too wasteful as a couple in those directions or in those manifestation which may be difficult for you, but you need to be more realistic rather than over-optimistic, over-idealistic. Only when you are giving, only when you are more logical, you are more grounded, then only you will be able to get the fruits of your labor rather than being too optimistic or too idealistic and spending your energy in those goals, you may not be able to get together as a couple. So when you are together looking at goals manifestation, you need to be able to keep your feet planted on the ground. You need to be more realistic. You need to be more logical as a couple. Only then, over a period of time, with a lot of hard work, but keeping the optimistic impact, will be able to get very good results. And so, as a couple, you need to let go of your procrastinating. You need to let go of being too reflective, too reflexive in your attitude, too reflexive or reactive in what life goes at you. But you need to be more ready, and you need to be more logical. Keep your feet planted on the ground, and still be optimistic with each other to be able to get that manifestation both materialistically as well as spiritually. Now let's say the seventh lord is also placed in the Pisces sign itself in the D9 chart also. So this is a Vargotama placement. I wanted to give at least one example of Vargotama placement. So I'm using the Pisces sign as the seventh lord placement in both the D9 chart and the D9 chart. So this is a very, very strong manifestation, which means the zodiac will be giving you a lot of strength in the relationship. But through the strongest manifestation of the Pisces sign of being very optimistic, being charitable, being more giving, and also being more spiritual in your approach toward life rather than the materialistic. So friends, now that we have seen how the placement of the seventh lord, the D9 chart in different signs, in the D9 chart with different manifestations, also look at my video of the seventh lord placed in different houses in the D9 chart, and then bring the energies of the seventh lord in different houses and seventh lord in different signs coming together. Also look what planets are placed in the seventh house or in that particular sign that the seventh lord is placed, and also look at how together these energies are manifesting in terms of if there are any dosha, then aspects, or if there are any planetary conjunctions which are adding another flavor to the manifestation. The seventh lord's placement in the different signs in the D9 chart. So friends, like this video, share this video, and if you're looking for a personal consultation from me, please reach out to me at the link below. Till some other time, some other video. This is different astrology, and that I'm signing off. Ciao.